Hello class, my topic was inattentional blindness. Inattentional blindness can occur when we are very focused on something. This intense focus causes us to fail to notice when there is something unexpected that enters the environment that we are focused on. A great example of this was an experiment from 1999 that showed a group of people playing basketball. Viewers were instructed to count the number of passes one basketball team makes. While they were focused intensely on the game, most viewers failed to see a person in a gorilla costume enter the frame. The viewers were so focused on the game, and they did not expect to see a gorilla dancing during the middle of the game, that it led to inattentional blindness. There are several contributing factors to studying inattentional blindness. These are criteria that are used in experimentation in order to properly determine the prevalence of inattentional blindness. For example, one of the factors is ecological validity. This is the likelihood that the conditions used in the experiment are accurate to the setting given and accurate to what it would be like in real life. So, like in the gorilla basketball video, the ecological validity is low due to the fact that there's not normally someone in a gorilla suit at a basketball game. Another important factor in testing inattentional blindness is that there must be something to make the visual stimulus not be the forethought. This is where attention diverting tactics come in. The most common example is to give the subject a task, like looking for a specific event or keeping track of certain people or objects. For example, they had people count the number of times a basketball was passed, and that would have been an attention diverting tactic. There may also be a more engaging event on screen or many different events that are occurring to help camouflage the intended stimulus. The cases I chose to cover are crime blindness, the impact of inattentional blindness on eyewitness awareness, memory, and identification, and A Tale of Two Theories, a meta-analysis of the attention set and load theories of inattentional blindness. The first journal covers how inattentional blindness affects eyewitness testimony within the justice system without recalling certain events and people that occurred at the scene of the crime. The second journal is a meta-analysis about two theories involved in inattentional blindness and the results of testing for both theories. One theory is the load theory of processing and limit. The other theory is the attention set theory, which suggests that information not relevant will be disregarded by the brain. In the first case, a video was played that had a theft of a bag take place. The subjects were then asked to identify the thief and the bystander. There were three groups: a control group, a group that was given a task of counting how many people wore a white t-shirt, and a group watching for the theft. The group that was given the task only had a 16.7% of identifying the correct culprit, and the group that was looking for the thief had a 50% chance of correctly identifying the culprit. This shows the extent that inattentional blindness affects testimony, as the accuracy is significantly lower than those who are watching for the theft. The second case showed the differing impact of each type of inattentional blindness. As shown in the graph below, the attention set theory, or the theory that if it is not seen as relevant, then it is not processed, had a medium effect on inattentional blindness. The load theory, which was the theory that the brain can reach a limit of what it can process, or that all the information is processed, but it only keeps the parts that are deemed necessary. It had a lesser than medium effect on inattentional blindness. As shown in both cases, the impact of inattentional blindness is more important than just not noticing that your car keys are in the freezer. Not only can it be a life sentence for some in the case of misidentification, but it is also a greater problem for those who rely on being attentive, making theories such as load and attention set theories crucial to understanding and potentially making future prospects of eyewitness testimony more viable. And these were my references. Thank you.